Yo, 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 what it do? It's Fly Roadside Guy checking in one time for the one you know how we do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. Yo, you gotta watch out for shady brokers, man. Shady brokers, me, I telling them. Shady brokers that don't wanna pay up. And you gotta try to hunt them down, you know. They will not pay up. And they'll just try to string you along and give you a whole bunch of scenarios about they waiting to get paid. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta apply that pressure to them. Because I've dealt with, being in this business, sometimes you deal with, customers and they're actually being contracted through another contractor who actually has the contract. But then you don't really find that out right away. It's like you find that out down the line when you ain't got your money. You feel me? Like, it's a tricky game because I know it's not even a hypothetical. This is really what happened. There's this one contractor that got the contract. He's subbing out the work to another contractor. And I was doing the work a couple days on that job for that sub he didn't have the contract, but he was subbing for the guy who had the contract. What's crazy about it is the company that had the contract, they was trying to pay the drivers, the owner operators, less on an hourly rate than what I was making doing the work for the sub. So, for example, I've ran for the same company that had the contract before, and their rate was a little bit lower. And ultimately, when I made some phone calls, or I'm hearing down through the grapevine, you know what I mean, woo woo woo, I'm hearing, oh well, they actually got the contract, but they subbed it out to this company. So I'm like, well, damn, I done ran for this company already, and this company actually pays me more than that company. So it's like, well, obviously, the company that had the contract, that won the contract, they obviously can pay more money. That's the bottom line. They obviously can pay more money. See, it's about how much money you can keep. It ain't about how much money you make. You know what I mean? I try to tell people, you can make a lot of money in this business, but it's about managing your expenses. It's about how much money you can keep profit and keep in your pockets. You understand me? So the fact that the company that had the contract knew that they could get us for cheaper, cool. Because if I'm working for that company that got the sub, they ain't really paying me. The sub is paying me, but I don't even know if the sub knows that they paying me more than the contractor was paying me. Because if the sub probably found out that they was paying me more than what the actual contractor was paying their own operators anyway, they'd have probably tried to finesse us, you know what I mean? But yo, you just gotta stay on top of your stuff, man. You know what I mean? And just watch out for shady brokers, man. And some of these brokers, like I said, they'll string you along, tell you they're gonna pay you. You know, the turnaround might be 2 weeks. And I just hate hunting people down. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I've broken out trucks, and I always keep a list of the trucks that I broker out. So if I broker out a truck on a specific job, I'm already looking for the money myself. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm the type of person that I don't like, me personally had to, you know what I mean, call you and harass you for money that you know you owe me, I try not to even, you know what I mean, get in that lane. You know what I'm saying? So when I get paid, you get paid, but that's known up front. You know what I mean? And typically, I know my turnaround when it comes to when I send my invoices out. And typically, I'll give a 30-day net just as a grace. You know what I mean? But anything past 30, yo, is crazy work. Crazy work. Like, it's crazy work to get paid a net 30 or anything after net 30 in the construction business, especially nowadays, man. Especially nowadays. You know what I mean? So At the end of the day, watch out for shady brokers, shady contractors. Stay on top of your money. Dot your I's, cross your T's. And keep a paper trail. Like, subscribe, man. It's the Fly Roadside guy, and I'm out.
Keep them tune out, man. You will be living up.